I am Dana Malcolm with Rashid S. on. This is your evening edition of Top Stories for October 10th. The news that matters most is coming right up.
There is a butcher and store at the new Sunny Foods at the Blue Hills Roundabout. Visit the store for the same Sunny service, same Sunny selection, same Sunny savings. Sunny Foods in 5 Keys. Sunny Foods in Grand Turk, 2 locations. Sunny Foods now in Blue Hills. Sunny says no one beats his prices. No one.
Anticipation was high, but the conclusion to the controversial SIPT convictions of Floyd Hall, former Deputy Premier, and attorney Clayton Green are not over yet. Heavier police presence at the courts, hundreds tuned in online, but technical difficulties would slow the proceedings down. Eventually, Chief Justice Mabel Agyemang pushed the sentencing and the confiscations to Thursday, October 12th at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m., respectively. Bail was extended for both men until then. Later, what the CJ does not want and what the defense attorneys are hoping for. Today, October 10th, is World Mental Health Day, and the World Health Organization and the Office of the High Commissioner on Human Rights are launching new guidance to help countries end human rights abuses in mental health care. They say they're hoping to stamp out involuntary hospitalizations and treatment, unsanitary living conditions, and physical, psychological, and emotional abuse.
For the very first time, the Turks and Caicos Islands Football Association will host an awards gala ball, welcome reception, gala dinner, special guests, performances, silent auction, and raffle. Tickets $250 per person, or secure your table of 10 for $2,500. Limited seats available. The TCI FA, continuing a legacy of excellence. Inaugural Awards Gala Ball. 7 p.m. Friday, October 13th at the Shore Club. For information and reservations, contact 941-5532 or WhatsApp 333-0244.
It's now time for your regional top stories. I'm Rashid Essen. Strong language came from CARICOM yesterday condemning the Israel and Gaza conflict, as the organization said it is disgusted by the behavior of the nations. They say, and I quote, "The savage nature of the attacks and counterattacks are the antithesis of civilized life and living." The multinational force for Haiti, which has been halted by Kenya lawmakers, will not be enough if and when it comes to pass. This was pointed out by CARICOM Chair Roosevelt Skerritt, who said that addressing the security issue alone will not suffice, adding that other plans must be implemented to fully save the nation.
It is going to need a complete overhaul and a Marshall Plan to help it get out of the situation once and for all.
Skerritt was briefly speaking on the major issues which will be discussed at the Canada CARICOM Summit from October 17th to the 19th.
There is simply nowhere else in the Turks and Caicos Islands that you can find such a wholesome variety of your favorite fresh foods. There is simply nowhere else in the Turks and Caicos Islands that you can find such outstanding service. And there is simply nowhere else in the TCI to answer your every food craving in a chic, comfortable, centrally located store. That's a place you can trust. Number 1 is Graceway IGA. Fresh, service, trust for over 20 years.
In what appeared to be a frustrating turn of events, there were no sentences handed down today when Floyd Hall and Clayton Green reappeared at court after having been convicted of bribery and money laundering last month. CJ Mabel Agyemang wants to get through this stage quickly.
I don't want this to be long and protracted.
As for the defense attorneys, they showed curiosity about the confiscation process and had to embrace the special prosecutor's edition of corruption laws from the Eastern Caribbean and hoped their clients would qualify for suspended sentences, which means no jail time.
Mr. Hall, prior to your leadership's verdict, enjoyed the highest regard and the most valuable reputation as an upstanding citizen in these islands.
That was Earl Whitter, KC, for Hall. Sentencing is now set for Thursday. Finally, in the Atlantic Basin tonight, the Bahamas Department of Meteorology says a low-latitude tropical wave off the coast of Africa has an 80% chance of forming into a tropical depression around midweek. That is it for this edition of the news. I am Dana Malcolm. I was with Rashid S. on Top Stories in 5 is a Magnetic Media production, and it is free to share. Thank you for joining us.